All right, boys. 7 p.m. start time. 7:09 start time. Good as good as on time. Good as on time. Shout out all the boys watching. Let me pull up the chat real quick. So we've got a beautiful stream going on today. Conor McGregor has been saved by God. All right. Amen. Thank the Lord. Make of it what you will. You see the comments in here. You see the first one up there. All right. I'm not going to read it to you. Cool. Sorry, Gladiator. My bad, Gladiator. I'm here, though. I'm here now, homie. And we got a good stream going on. Patchy Mix, Conor McGregor, Ilia Topuria update. We've been getting just these small tidbits getting leaked out about Ilia's fight. And the first tidbit, which was the fact that he's fighting fucking Gaethje, was never correct in the first place. Larissa Pacheco is a reputable journalist, but he got this one wrong. And I wish I could just like tweet him and he would respond and just like explain his side of the story, because I don't know, man. He's credible. He says Ilia versus Gaethje's in the works for this first UFC card with Paramount. And then Dana comes out today and he says, we don't got nothing for Ilia's fight yet, for his return. We don't got nothing. He's done this arc once before. What up, Jew? What up, Jew? Okay. But yeah, there's new updates on Patchy Mix. I don't know how much you guys have been keeping up with it, but if you were watching it or looking at some headlines from like this afternoon, things have changed. So stay tuned. But yeah, here's Conor McGregor announces he has been saved by God. And here's the quote right here. Also, his competitive spirit has been restored. He goes, I live my life by God's word. I've engaged in a spiritual journey and I'm saved. I am healed. The world is in for a treat. The competitive spark that was once in my heart is now a roaring blaze. That's fine, but you are older in age, so I don't know how much, competitive spirit can fix that. But I'm happy to hear he's been saved by God, because this man has been on a bender for like 4 years now.
I'm not here just by chance. There is a higher power, God, that dictates my journey and all of our journeys. And I live my life by God's word. And since around that time that you mentioned at the last event, I've engaged on a spiritual journey. And I'm saved, I am healed. And, on the back of that, the world is in for a treat. The world is in for a treat. My competitive spark that was once in my heart is now a roaring blaze. So I'm very excited. I envy these men up here on this dais. They're right about to make weight, and they're to go in and enjoy and entertain and do what they were called to do. As am I called to do it. And I'm eager to get back. And right now, I am not here just by chance. Get back. And right now, I had to dial myself in and go inward. And that I done. And I'm very, very excited to come back my own self. Get back.
All right. What do you guys think? Comment what you think. Church or rehab? You tell me. It's one of the two. You got two camps right now. I guess I'm going to put a poll. It's too good not to. Who saved Conor? God. Rehab. And keep in mind, boys, alright? We're fucking joking around. We're having fun here, alright? So, shout out to God. This is nothing against God. We're having fun. Let me know your opinion. Let me see what Jew said. With Conor, I rather see it than hear it. Yeah, I'm getting to that point too. Conor said it too many times. However, he was asked a question here, so it's like, you know, off the cuff, he kind of did this versus making a post saying it. Like, if this guy didn't ask him, he probably wouldn't have said he's been saved by God. He probably would have just kept it shut. But maybe he couldn't help himself with the question. So I'll give him benefit of the doubt with that. And then there was just a follow-up, too, with what he said. Like a follow-up question about the legacy he wants to leave.
I would like to leave a legacy that can be looked upon as, you know, a lesson. You've seen with me what works. I showed what works. And also, I showed what doesn't work. You know? And now I'm in a stage where I come back and show again what I'm about. So I would look to show as my career as a lesson for people to study and to go on and entertain the world as I have done and secure their family's future. And that's it. That's my goal here. And
he's definitely an example of what not to do, unfortunately. You know, Floyd Mayweather was pretty much an example of what to do, the perfect blueprint. Conor's like an example of what not to do, bro, unfortunately. Khabib is the example of what to do, in a way.
I just want to say one more thing.
Shout out this little slime ball right here, Dave Feldman. No offense, Dave. I'm just messing around, but it's because of that Frankie Edgar situation, and we got a video coming, boys. We might end up just covering it tonight. I think we might as well. But this whole Dave Feldman, Frankie Edgar situation has been fully exposed from beginning to end, and I think we should just go over it in the chronology because there's also a video of Conor McGregor, okay, not being honest or not being privy to the behind-the-scenes information. But as an owner, he needs to be held, you know, accountable. If he's going to speak on something, it should insinuate that he knew what he's talking about. So I'm not going to give him benefit of the doubt thinking like, oh, he didn't know Frankie got fucked over because they couldn't afford him. I'm going to think he knew that, and he lied to Ariel's face. And that's the new development. That's what we're going to watch too. But here's Dave Feldman. Slime ball for now until he makes up for what he did. Slime ball for now. Slime ball Dave Feldman giving credit to Conor.
Listen, guys, on a side note, it's got nothing to do with this fight. A lot of people in the world need to make changes in their life, and they don't. Because they don't have the guts to, they don't have the balls to, they don't have the fortitude to. And I just want to take this time to take my hat off and commend Conor McGregor for making the kind of change that he had to make. It's not easy. And you're going to see the best Conor McGregor you've ever seen when he returns to the octagon.
thank you, brother.
Yeah, so that's Conor. Shout out to Conor. Congratulations. I didn't really think anything negative until I started seeing the comments. I'm like, oh, damn, that's what people think. But yeah, look at them. 5 a.m. kitchen talk. Long live Coke McGregor. Bro found the K-hole. Bro did mushroom, now lost all addictions. This classic meme right here. Oh, that's not cool to read. The god of Coke. We want Cocaine McGregor back. So his body couldn't take no more drugs or alcohol. Got it. Conor seems to have joined AA. May God bless his soul. Oh my gosh. Typical grifter. I don't know about grifter. That's Derek Moneyberg, isn't it? Conor just kind of like gets hyped on everything and like doesn't hold back on his projections, you know? Like he's always going to project like I'm saved, like he kind of sensationalizes things. But that was probably a, you know, recipe for his success too. I just want to knock off like all the headlines real quick that I got on the title of this. But yeah, this is McGregor, you know, nothing crazy. But let me read the chats real quick actually. Jew goes, if he's saved now, then thanks to the Lord, but I rather he show us and be this saved version of himself than him just tell us to convince us he's fighting, lol. Yeah. I just want to know what was the turning point. Because I wasn't thinking like he OD'd. I don't really like think that negatively of him. Although like I do understand where it comes from. But I was thinking like the drug test thing and his suspension gave him like a come to Jesus moment or something. Like that's what I was thinking. I wasn't really sure why he was kind of feeling super motivated and like changing his life around. That was the best I could come up with. I think rehab even makes more sense than that. But I don't know. Why did you guys initially think McGregor changed his life? You thought OD or what? Like even if he found God, what propelled him to find God? That's why I said, was it the suspension? Like what was it? His wifey? He needs to get Artem back as his sparring partner. God saved him, but God can't save him for long. Coker Conor will be back soon. Damn, Louis. You don't believe in him, huh? We'll see. We'll see. The thing is that Conor loves his I mean, I love Conor's personality too, you know. If he can do it sober and be this energetic still, then power to him. But maybe he likes a lot of what comes with that kind of like lifestyle that he's been living. So, you know, with giving up the drugs, you give up a lot of that stuff you've been living. I don't know if he's tired of it or what, you know, but that'll be my thing. You're not just giving up the drugs. I think you're giving up the whole lifestyle. So let's see if he can, like, I don't know. Sounds like he's just going to be kicking it at home with D and the kids now, right? Is that what you boys are getting to? He's just going to be kicking at home with D and the kids. No more partying. I mean, if we see him in a club, right? What do you guys think? What are you guys going to say? Because we've seen some of the shit where, like, Conor, you know, announces he's fighting, right? Remember the last time when he had the Chandler fight booked? We were all reposting shit being like, Conor is partying in the club 2 weeks out from his Michael Chandler fight, or like a month out from his Michael Chandler fight. And he was claiming, you know, he was locked in then. So, like, that's my thing. He's basically saying he's going to be kind of kicking it at home more with D. I would assume he's not going to be unfaithful anymore, which is all good, bro. Like, do your thing. But when you're, you know, saying you're living your life by God, those are high expectations. You know what I mean? Like, being a man of God and living your life by God's word, like, sure, I would like to and I try to. But I pray to God every day, you know what I mean, to forgive me for my sins. So Conor's definitely going to still, you know, make mistakes, but will he make those type of mistakes he's been making? We'll see. We'll see. Conor's the mascot of making better choices now. I don't know how much I believe he actually changed, man. I hope he did, but he was partying just this last week. He could change his mind next week again. That's my thing, because he always goes to clubs and makes these appearances and shit like that, and it's to promote his liquor. You know, that's what he always is going to sell it on. You know, getting paid appearances, networking. So is he fighting out his UFC contract? Seems like it, Louis. Seems like it. But I think the contract got more than one fight on it. If I'm not mistaken. So anyway, that's McGregor. Larissa Pacheco, the last woman to beat Kayla Harrison, has been released by the PFL. No clue why. Shout out Lefty Gunplay. And who will he fight in the UFC still? Chandler? I mean, that's his best bet. Other than that, like, I don't even think a commission should approve it, you know? Conor gonna get fucked up real bad, and it's crazy, you know? Compare Conor, because he's kind of like one of the GOATs, right? Compare Conor and, like, what would happen to him today. Like, and then you look at, like, Floyd, and it's like, that could never be Floyd. Like, the difference in the eliteness in their careers is so crazy different. Conor literally fell off in a way, and like Floyd could never fall off. But yeah, Larissa Pacheco. Here's a statement. Professional Fighters League has released Larissa Pacheco from her contract. We thank her for her memorable bouts and wish her the best in her future endeavors. So, she's the last woman to beat Kayla Harrison, so I proposed the question. She's the only woman to ever defeat the great Kayla Harrison. A little bit of sarcasm there, boys. A little bit of sarcasm. So what does that make her? So what does this make her? You know? If she beat Kayla Harrison, she's the only one to do it. What do you think she's going to do to all the women in the UFC that Kayla's been beating? Remains to be seen. She did go 0-2 in the UFC before she went to the PFL, so I don't know, but maybe she can get re-signed. I think I did a poll, and it's not showing up on here, but it's on my phone. But what I'm going to say is I already looked at the poll, and unanimously they want her to go to the UFC. So, yo, what up, Scott? What up, Scott? You want Larissa Pacheco to come to the UFC? Oh, that's what I was going to ask you boys. Real quick. What did you think of I Am Saturday? Real quick. I mean, I liked the show. I was listening to it today. I enjoyed it. I thought it was really good, really casual, really good back and forth. Jew, Louie. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks for letting me know, Scott. Thanks for letting me know. We're going to have Saturday back on again. It was too good not to. He's great, in my opinion. And the wheelchair story, crazy, bro, crazy. I had no fucking clue. I've seen posts where he's like saying that shit, but I literally thought he was trolling. And then he mentioned it to me before we went live. And he made it seem like he had like recovered to the point where he was like walking again and shit like that. Or like, at least in my head, I couldn't imagine the fact that he wasn't walking. Like I just thought he was, because he's always in a car and shit. I never seen like the wheelchair. But yeah, I found out live on the show with you guys that he was fucking still in the wheelchair. But he made a full comeback, meaning like he works and shit like that, like drives, like fully independent lifestyle, which is much respect. Great show. Or he's dope, good talker, good takes. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, dude, UFC needs some new blood in the women's division. All right, let's go, Scott. Louis, I didn't see it. All right, Louis. Well, if you want to go watch it, I mean, no obligation. Go check it out. If you like it, you like it. If you don't like it, turn it off. But he could be a new host. I Am Saturday. He makes content on Twitter. That's how I found him. It was good. You did a good job interviewing. Oh, hell yeah, Scott. Yeah, the beginning of it, I pulled out the interview skills. But I thought it went well, too. Overall good. That story was crazy. Made me feel like a pussy for complaining about the little stuff going on. Yeah, bro. I always think, there's like a saying, I think it was actually Floyd Mayweather who said it, but he was like, Floyd said about his kids, like they were asking what kind of, like, you want a boy or a girl, and he's like, 10 fingers, 10 toes, that's all I want. And it's like, yeah, bro. Fuck all the other shit, you know, fuck cosmetics and all this bullshit. Like, you got 10 fingers, 10 toes, you can go out, get a haircut, fucking hit the gym or something like that. Like, there's a lot of people out there who can't do that shit, you know? A lot of people. So, shout out to Saturday. I think we're going to keep him on. I like him. I like him a lot. And ain't nobody disrespecting Saturday. He can have the wildest takes he wants, and nobody can disrespect my man. We all got his back, right? That's what I was kind of thinking low-key. I'm like, dude. Because you guys remember when everybody thought MMA Guru was in a wheelchair? And when people were clapping back at Guru, like Sean O'Malley and Tim, Guru's followers were trolling them, being like, yo, you can't say that about a guy in a wheelchair. It's like, hey, this is actually Saturday, though. So he might have the pass. He could say whatever he could say whatever he wants and get away with it. I'm playing. Shout out to Saturday. Um. Yeah, so we got some news we can react to actually. Do we have to have a following on social media to co-host sometime? It would help, Scott. It would help for sure. Not even a following. I just like if I can see that you're making content, you know what I mean? Like he only got 4K followers on Twitter, but I just see him making content, I see his takes, and I trusted him to come on the show, you know? That was the main thing. And then the MTK, who's my normal host, we met each other at a Bellator event last year. So that's why I had MTK on, you know? But if you got some takes, Scott, you know, let me know. We could keep some options open. Maybe you could submit some takes and we'll react to it on the show. Like we got plenty of things we could kind of play with, you know, as we grow here. Shout out Saturday, we carrying him. Let's go, Jew. That's right. 100%. Okay, so Joaquin Buckley. I kind of wanted to do a topic today, like what's next for the man, right? What's next for the man? He just dropped these fucking photos and they're looking crazy, bro. They're looking fucking crazy. I mean, I hit the gym every day, all right? Every fucking day. And this guy pops out after like 2 months looking like this is crazy. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. He might be the first one. I actually don't want to say it. But I'm just saying, like, I'm going to say it anyway. He might be the first one to catch a body, bro. Black Air Force Ones, shredded to the gills, no fight, and the fucking side biceps are showing. He got no fight booked, all right? And the side biceps are showing. Do you know how cut you got to be for the side biceps to be showing? Still fights at 70, bro. Dude, he's going to be he might be the first one to catch a body in the UFC. I know this man fears for taking someone's life in the streets. Like, you in the streets, you don't want to be hit by this man right here. You do not want to be hit by this man in the streets, I promise you. I feel like he low-key is like, nah, I can't be getting in street fights. I'll probably catch a body. And it might happen in the octagon too. The Black Air Force Ones really piece it all together. It says it all. It says it all. The Black Air Forces, it says it all. I almost commented it, being like, Black Air Forces. Yeah, all the boys. Joaquin not looking natty. He put in work for sure. Dude, this dude's crazy. Like, crazy. Absolutely crazy. Here, let's put it in perspective. Let me pull up a fucking... Alright, I got one for you boys. Too bad I can't do... I mean, I could do a comparison, like, side by side, but I'm not going to do all that. But look at this. My back compared to Joaquin's. I mean, mine looks pretty good, but his is fucking crazy, bro. The guy's insane. The guy's insane. They're saying he's on roids and shit like that. It's going viral on Twitter. But anyway, what's next for him, right? Here's what I kind of want to lay out, all right? I want to lay all this out for you guys. Because there's a lot to the Joaquin Buckley story. You know, there's a lot to the Joaquin Buckley brand. And, you know, his future in the promotion. His stock. So let's get into it, all right? First of all, I put it in the caption, who should the biggest star in the division return against? Okay, this guy's the biggest star, man. This guy's the biggest star. I don't care what anybody says. This guy is the biggest fucking star. Okay? The biggest star. With that being said, I think he's too good for certain guys. You know, I do think he's too good for certain guys. In particular, appreciate it, Scott, but I don't got to like fucking Buck, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I hit the gym every day. This guy is like an MMA fighter. I feel like I should have a bigger back, more muscles, but this guy beats me. It's crazy. Buckley still got the nastiest catch, spin, back kick KO in history. Yeah, he does. That's the most viral kick. That's the most viral knockout of all time. But here's what I'm going to say. I don't think he should fight a guy like Sean Brady. Totally not worth it for him. I think one of the best matchups he can put his eyes on right now is the loser of Leon versus Carlos Prates. I think it sets him up perfectly for something like an Ian Gary in the future. You know, back in title contention type fight. Shavkat, Bilal, all viable options. But I think he should fight the loser of Prates versus Leon Edwards. I do. Now, when should he return? When should he return? I believe 2026 should be a triumphant year for him. And unfortunately, this is the issue, right? This is why we got to break it all down. Okay. Because we're gonna go long term on this breakdown right here. Tapology, actually. Okay, so Prates is fighting in a few weeks here. And he probably wouldn't turn around in 3 months to fight Joaquin. I'm saying this because I'd like Joaquin to be on UFC White House. You know, he only fought once this year. Active 2026 is what we're looking at. I feel like he should return in like January, February to be ready for UFC White House in June. Okay, just like Max Holloway was saying for himself. So it's like, if Leon and Prates aren't going to be ready to fight him in January, February, I do think Gilbert Burns is a really viable option. Really viable. Really, really viable option. Yeah, Leon won't even... Leon's going to... If Leon beats Prates, that's worst case scenario because Leon won't fight for another 6 months. We could see Leon at UFC White House, you know? That's what we could do. We could see Leon at UFC White House. Gilbert Burns, viable option. Jeff Neal, it's just no. D-Rod, no. You know, these guys have never fought for titles or anything like that, and that's what I'm trying to put out there for Joaquin. Like, Joaquin deserves people who have at least fought for a title, right, or are higher in the rankings. Like, we're not given opportunities, right? Maybe we'll give an opportunity to Jeff Neal. Maybe. But anybody below Jeff, not right now. But I'm thinking we got to start eyeing a Gilbert Burns matchup, a Jeff Neal matchup. Because all these guys are booked. Shavkat Rakhmonov would be the best option possible. One of the best options possible. Joaquin versus Shavkat, January or February? What do you boys think? I want to see Buckley fight in King of the Streets after UFC. He'd kill someone. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He's the closest we got to like trying to think. Like a Nate Diaz type, you know, fighter of today. You feel me? In my opinion. In my opinion. In my opinion. Buckley versus Prates would be fire. It'll be fire. It's good money. It's really good money. Who you got tomorrow on Aspinall gone? I got Aspinall. Man. And I expect him to go on a generational run after this. 100% gravy. Aspinall. And then it's to the moon, bro. Aspinall needs to fight, on Saturday, obviously, get the win, and then fucking turn around and fight one more time. Again, just like Joaquin, just like Max Holloway, okay? Keep these guys in mind. I want all these guys to basically... Well, okay. Tom Aspinall, I'm calling for 3 because he's been inactive for 18 fucking months or whatever it's been. But then Max and Joaquin, I want them to have 2 fights. June basically will be their second fight. And Aspinall, fight now, fight January, February, then fight in June. I want Aspinall to have 3 title defenses, or be honest, 3rd title defense by June. And I think he can do it. Did anyone see Prates fighting under a different name and he had 8 losses? It's kind of weird. What the fuck, Louis? Are you kidding me or what? Louis, are you kidding me or what? 8 losses? I don't want to see Leon fight anyone. Some Brazil shit, unfortunately not uncommon. Damn, are you fucking kidding me right now? It wasn't amateur? What if it's their version of amateur? I guess so. Buck can fight anyone. Let's go, Jew. So, yeah, because these guys aren't going to really turn around and fight him soon. And I don't think Joaquin should keep sitting out for much longer. I think we're narrowing it down to a Gilbert Burns, Jeff Neal, or Shavkat. 3 viable options, all unbooked. Anyone else, we say no go. Anyone else, we say no go. We say absolutely fucking not. And the reason why, bro, is because Joaquin has done such a good job, too, of building his stock, building his brand, building his name within the company. Okay, the fans love him, whether people want to admit it or not, whether MMA pages want to post about him or not. The fans love him. He's one of the best American fighters that we got, okay? And he's not just fighting anyone, bro. He's not just fighting anyone. He's essentially, you know what I mean? Like, he gets, to some degree, like, Paddy Pimblett treatment and stuff like that. Like, it's not just anybody for him, you know? It's really not. They are showcase fights, you know, for him to fucking showcase his talents more so than to just fight anybody. Exactly. Everybody's always hyped on his fights, and that's what matters, bro. That's what fucking matters. They never act like it, though. It's crazy. Like, where is everybody posting about his physique like I posted it? Can we just keep it a buck? They would have done that if it was anybody else. If DDP posted his fucking physique looking that crazy, you don't think they're all posting about it? They posted other people's dudes' physiques for less. That's one of the craziest ones you could fucking see in the UFC. Alright? That's some Ronnie Coleman type shit, bro. Bro is literally bigger than some fucking bodybuilders who are on roids. Like, that is some crazy ass fucking shit. And not a single media page posts about it. It don't matter though, bro. It don't fucking matter. It don't matter. Nobody can push him. You know what I mean? He's always going to be one of the biggest stars in the game. Always. Always. And people can think I'm crazy for saying that, but, you know, I've interviewed a lot of people. This is the only person I say that about. Alright? This is the only person I say that about. So I'm not just glazing people because, you know, they fucking come on my podcast and shit like that. You know what I mean? Him losing to Usman, nothing crazy, man. Usman's fucking good, bro. Usman's fucking good. Ain't no sweating that. A lot of other guys would lose to Usman too. A lot of guys. Maybe even Bilal, the former champ. Maybe even Ian Gary. But a lot of people disrespect Usman and act like he's not that good, making it seem like he lost to an old, bad Usman. Not the case. All right, that's a little bit of a tangent. We can move off this one. But look, one person says, one thing you can never deny about Buckley is he puts in that work. Like, my man's workout routines must be doing something right. Yeah. I'll bet money they book Shavkat versus Buckley to build Shavkat back for a title shot. Sounds good. Sounds good. Sounds good. That sounds good, right? That sounds real good. Yeah. Give Burns another L. You know, Burns did him dirty a couple times, Joaquin. 2024. Burns did him dirty. If you know, you know. Buck literally can't build anybody's stock. I'm not sure what you mean by that, Jude, but I think what you mean is that, like, yeah, like, people aren't building their name off of Joaquin. Like, that's why, unfortunately, like a Gabriel Bonfim could never fucking fight him, you know? Not gonna happen. And Sean Brady, right? Sean Brady, that's why Sean Brady can't fight him. Because Sean Brady has been so fucking lazy with himself. He offers nothing. It's just that matchup it's just not a good matchup. A star like Joaquin doesn't deserve to fight a guy like Brady who brings nothing to the table. Literally nothing to the fucking table. Like, if you're fighting Joaquin, I'll put it like this too. Bring something to the table. What do you bring to the table? Because that's where he's at this point in his career. And I don't give a fuck if he doesn't have a belt. I don't give a fuck. The title run continues. Yeah, he can build their stocks, and that's why you got to be careful, because Sean Brady's stock would rise off of fighting a Joaquin, right? But you turn around, right, and you go, oh, who you fighting? Oh, I'm fighting Sean Brady. Who? Who the fuck you fighting? Sean Brady. Never heard of him. You know? Even if you haven't heard of Joaquin, you bring up that spinning kick and they seen it. They fucking seen it. I told you, it's the most viewed knockout of all time. The most viral knockout of all time. This is Mr. Viral right here. This is what I like to call him, Mr. Viral. Everything I post about him goes viral. And it didn't go viral on Instagram, but it's going viral on Twitter right now. I'll pull it up right now. It's got 35k views on Twitter, 500 likes. So we're getting there. Numbers are going up on that. Alright. I think what we should go over real quick. Where is it? Well, real quick. Jalen Turner's returning, by the way. Shout out to Turner. December 6th, UFC 323. So, mark your calendars. But DC talking crazy about Jailton and Volkan Ozdemir. Somebody tried to tell me that this wasn't Ozdemir. Yeah, this guy right here. Caption is wrong. It's Volkov, not Ozdemir. Bro, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. He's talking about Ozdemir. He's basically saying, like, DC thanked his lucky stars he got to fight a guy like Ozdemir. And he's only saying that because he's equating that to Jailton potentially getting to fight Tom Aspinall. A gimme. Just a fucking... Here, toss up, a layup, you know? And once again, shout out to all the boys watching right now. Shout out to all the boys watching. Like the stream, subscribe. You already know the deal. Let's just watch this real quick.
These matchups in this division, like, what type of run you can go on.
Yeah, I know.
You go crazy. You can, like, change your life.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, what is it? Almeida's fighting, sir. Jailton can't fight.
Who do you think's going to win?
Jailton, I don't know.
I think Volkov, probably.
Yeah, but even him, right? You beat him in the first round. It's like, it can crazy.
Yeah.
Bro, you're on the verge of some crazy shit.
I appreciate it. I'm going to keep doing
working hard, though.
Thanks, bro.
You gotta keep working hard.
Thank you. I will do. Will do. Listen, I'm working harder now than I ever was.
When things like that, like, doesn't come around often.
right? It's like when I got to fight Vulcan. Yeah. Defend the belt against Vulcan.
Vulcan. And this guy thinks it was Volkov. Okay. Did you not watch the full video? Okay, thank goodness gracious.
Vulcan knows the mirror one time, man.
You couldn't believe you look.
And I won the lottery, son. Well, they were like, hey, man, we think you get to fight Vulcan. I'm like, yes. I'll take it.
Bro, DC got a bunch. DC got a bunch of those, though. Even Derek Lewis and shit like that. Anthony Johnson. Those were gimme fights, bro. I know he got dropped by Anthony Johnson, but Anthony Johnson, the one I just named too. Oh, yeah. Derek Lewis. Volkan Ozdemir. All gimmies for DC. But you know what? I take nothing away from DC. DC's great. I was watching some DC highlights, like a DC fight marathon. He's great, dude. He's actually better than a lot of the guys in the UFC today still. Like, DC's skill level, he came in as such a good wrestler, and he actually learned how to fight and keep using his wrestling. Like, DC, right? 10 times, 1,000 times better than fucking Bo Nickel. 1,000 times better than Bo Nickel. Go watch old DC, and fucking Bo Nickel wishes he could do that. Old DC's so fucking good, dude. So I take nothing away from him. Also, how he fought Jon Jones in the first fight. I don't give a fuck that DC got gimme fights. He got gimme fights because he was so far ahead. You know what I mean? There's a difference sometimes. And Aspinall Loki is kind of like that because I think, like I said in the previous streams, you know, the Polar Bear, what's his name, Pavlovich, Volkov, Curtis Blades. This dude fucking ran through him, smoked him. He's like the modern day DC in a way where he's just so much better than the competition that it makes the competition look kind of bad, right? Jailton Almeida's good. But when you think about a Tom Aspinall, it's like, oh, fuck. And Jailton Almeida, he got a tough task in front of him. I don't think Jailton's going to get past this 6'9" dude with his magnificent hair this fight week. I don't. I don't at all. But yeah, shout out DC here. Totally caught on the hot mic. On Aspinall's hot mic, but it's all good. Whispering right into the damn thing. Aspinall would make a great detective. What do you boys make of this face-off? Anything? There's not much to make from it, other than Aspinall looking down right there to put his glasses in his pocket. Anything? Smiles, handshakes. I think Gon's coming. Gon's coming. Cyril hoping for a robbery. I see you. Ah, that's too good. Okay, so there's an update. There's an update. Well, no, let's do Patchy Mix. We will read the whole article real quick on Patchy Mix. The year of fake fight news, I'm telling you guys, I'm telling you. The year of fake fight news. So many bullshit announcements this year. From credible sources. Not the clout chasing ones. Like the guy who announced this, he's not a clout chaser. He's actually credible. Which shows that like the UFC is putting out smoke screens or something. Something's happening. Managers or something. Managers got moles in their camp and stuff too. Okay, so basically Patchy Mix had a win over Magomed Magomedov in like 2024. Or when was it? 2023? Oh no, 2024. And essentially he fought for weed. And they just announced today that his win got overturned, and then apparently it's back to, that got overturned. So now he got his win back. But I'll just read it to you. It's kind of dirty. Like, you know what? I'll read it to you better than I can tell you. Patchy Mix still has a win on his record over Magomed Magomedov. On Thursday, Tapology reported that the French MMA Federation sent a notification that Mix's May 2024 win over Magomedov at a Bellator event in Paris was being overturned to a loss due to a positive drug test. No further details were offered, and messages to the FMMAF were not returned. Mike Mazzulli, the director of the Mohegan Tribe's Department of Athletic Regulation, who oversaw drug testing for that Bellator Champion Series card, confirmed he's not overturning the result through the Association of Boxing Commissions and Combative Sports, and explained how the entire debacle unfolded. According to Mazzulli, the Mohegan Tribe's Department of Athletic Regulation administered a drug test on Mix ahead of his fight with Magomedov, and the results all came back negative. Testing was performed by Dr. Daniel Eichner at the Sports Medicine Research and Testing Laboratory, which is a World Anti-Doping Agency accredited lab. A separate drug test administered by the FMMAF reportedly came back positive for marijuana, although the results have been contested. That is what eventually led the commission to declare Mix's win a being... What the fuck? Although the results have been contested, that is what eventually led the commission to declare Mix's win a being overturned nearly 2 years after it happened. Mazzulli told MMA Fighting he forwarded the negative drug test results from the SMRTL lab to the FMMAF a few weeks after the event, but never heard back from the commission. This is the most ludicrous thing I've ever seen, Mazzulli told MMA Fighting. The ABC registry, which effectively serves as a record keeper for results in combat sports, still lists Mix with a win over Magomedov from the event, and that will stand. Mix's victory against Magomedov served as a final appearance as Bellator bantamweight champion, with the promotion having been absorbed into the PFL. Mix eventually secured his release from the PFL to then sign with the UFC as a free agent in 2025. Mix hasn't found... Okay. So... So Patchy Mix, right? He conducted a drug test at this place, Sports Medicine Research and Testing Laboratory. And then FMMAF also drug tested him, the French MMA Federation. I guess they forwarded the negative drug test from the other lab, but FMAF didn't accept it. Sounds kind of weird. Tatiana said something about it as well, though, that kind of like sums it up from their perspective. His girl, Tatiana. Okay, so Tatiana goes, he didn't smoke weed in competition. The lab messed up and said he tested over the limit, but the decimal was in the wrong spot. Crazy. And he wasn't actually over the limits. He spent $20K in lawyer fees trying to fix it, and they still fucked him over. Honestly, it's super messed up. France is a nightmare to work with when it comes to MMA. So what I'm thinking is maybe yeah, there was a drug test from both places, right? From both places, I guess. And the other one sent the drug test to FMMAF to be like, "Hey, bro, the numbers are super close. They're super similar. It looks like you just have a decimal in the wrong spot." So imagine like the numbers looking identical with a decimal moved in the wrong spot, but it's like the same number. So maybe they're like, look, we got the same number here, but the decimal's in this spot. So it looks like you know, it's consistent, but you messed up with the decimal. I don't know. Or it was high and the decimal wasn't wrong. I don't know. But this is their situation. $20K in lawyer fees. I don't know if they got any promises that it would be fixed after spending $20K, because she didn't say that. But that's the situation there. Oh yeah, and like, yeah, weed, not PEDs. Although I heard this was a fake tweet, not a real tweet. Now we can go over real quick. Dana White, Ilia Topuria. I've been saying it nonstop. It's not happening. They must have scrubbed Prates' other career. I just tried to find it. It's a video of Prates under a different name getting TKO'd by a short, roided up Russian guy. This is odd that it's gone. Damn, Louis. I'm gonna fucking do my research on that too then. I'll look into that after the stream. I will look into that. Alright, so here's the situation with Patty. And Ilia. Dana's holding off on announcing any plans for Ilia. The undefeated UFC lightweight champion is yet to book his first title defense since winning the 155-pound belt this past June with a stunning knockout over Oliveira. Following that triumph, Topuria was immediately confronted in the octagon by longtime rival Paddy Pimblett, which seemed to set up a future fight between them, but White has declined to publicly push that matchup. Speaking to TNT Fight Sports, White was asked how close the grudge match is to fruition, and he again shot it down despite online rumors that Topuria and Pimblett could fight as early as January when the UFC kicks off its new broadcast deal with Paramount. We're obviously exploring a lot of different things. Listen, obviously it's a fun fight. People would like to see that, but I don't know. As of right now, no, we haven't made that fight. We're trying to figure out what's next for Topuria. So see, him and Gaethje ain't happening, bro. And then Ilia went off. Patty went off on Ilia.
On his life, he wouldn't come out of that fight looking the same. I will inflict pain on his life. He wouldn't come out of that fight looking the same. I'd hit him with that many elbows. Is this going out to Spanish media? Step up, Ilia. Stop being a chorizo. Be a man. You know, no one would know who Ilia Topuria was if it wasn't for me. He made himself famous off the back of my name. He wouldn't even be a champ now if it wasn't for him jumping on my coattails. And now he thinks he's too good to fight me. You wouldn't be where you are without me. The Bernabeu's a nice stadium. Know what I mean? But to me, because it's his backyard, it's a shithole. That's like a metaphor, it's like what we say. I will come to the Bernabeu and I will punch his face in on the pitch and then I'll batter half the team if I need to. But I'm taking the belt home because he's not a Madrid fan. He's not even from Madrid. He's not even from Spain. He's from Benidorm, so he's not a Madrid fan. He just jumped on the coattails to get more fans and more followers. He's fake. He's so fake, like half of his followers, where it's been proven half his followers on Instagram are bots. He's the fakest person ever. He's just a McGregor copycat, and I'm getting sick of him. He's a German. He's not even Spanish, he's not even Georgian. He was born in Germany, he's German.
That's pretty good. Yeah, they need to book this fight. There's no way Ilia says he's too good for Patty. There's absolutely no way. Absolutely no way. And here was the other one. At the minute, I'm struggling to get a fight. I thought I was going to fight Gaethje in Abu Dhabi in October, but he's sitting out. There's no one really left for me to fight apart from Ilia. I think it would have been sorted by now if he would have signed the contract, but he's stalling. So Patty needs to double down on trash talking like this. Yeah, just don't stop this. Just keep the foot on the gas here. I don't think White wants the fight. Patty is trying to talk himself into the fight. But, bro, who the fuck does Dana want the fight for then? Not Justin, bro. That's retarded, bro. That's literally makes no sense. Like, it makes no sense. Who does he want the fight for then, Louis? Dana hasn't promoted any opponent for Ilia. He's promoted Gaethje, Arman, and Patty all the same. Like, none of them. He doesn't talk about any of them, doesn't name drop any of them. So I don't know. It's not like he's showing favoritism to one or the other. I don't know what it could be. A holdup with Ilia? Lots of money involved with Ilia. Contract negotiations? Most likely so, boys. Most likely so. Dana showed no interest in Gaethje in the past. I really feel Dana wants Islam versus Ilia. I mean, I could see that. I want that one too, so bad. But what? That means Islam got to go back down to 155. Because I think Dana's tired of these guys moving around divisions and shit. This whole situation is interesting, though. I don't know. He should let them fight. I agree. I mean, it's so obvious, bro. It's so obvious. It's got to be contract shit with Ilia. It's got to be. It would be the best fight, bro. It'd probably be one of the better fights of the year and like one of the more hyped up, one of the biggest selling fights of the year. It's going to be great. January, February, Ilia versus fucking Gaethje, bro. Or sorry, Ilia versus Patty, bro. Feel like he's waiting on the JDM Islam outcome. That could be it, Jew. That could make some sense. Or if Ilia's messing around with contract negotiations, I don't know, maybe Dana will go back to his golden goose Islam if he wins. How does Aspinall get it done Saturday? Tyler Betts, what up, homie? Aspinall gets it done Saturday by finish. Finish. In my head, as I say finish, I imagine a TKO. I imagine something like he overwhelms Gon's up against the cage, covering up, just eating shots. Referee calls it. One of those ones where he kind of like, you know, almost kind of gives up, you know. One of those ones where he goes up against the cage and gives up. I could see something like that. Aspinall TKO first round. I'm seeing Aspinall TKO, bro. And then the generational run begins. So Ilia's not fighting Gaethje. I thought that was his next defense. I would rather see Ilia versus Patty. Yeah, he ain't fighting Gaethje. Ilia not fighting Gaethje, bro. Gaethje the UFC offered Gaethje, Patty, and Arman, and Gaethje turned them both down, bro. There's no way. There's just absolutely no way. And Dana just said, we don't got nothing for Ilia. LOL, but sub or KO, I can't decide. But leaning KO first round. Tyler, I'll go KO. I don't think sub. Although sub would be easier. If you want to know what's the easier route, it would be sub. But I just think Aspinall is going to overwhelm him on the feet somehow. The magnitude of the moment, I don't know. Something's going to get to Gon. It's like you said, UFC has beef with Ilia. I mean, yeah, well, they gotta work out that contract, you know? It's like the UFC always has a hard time. They like it when they're the top dog, right? And the fighter like is grateful for all the opportunities. As soon as the fighter reaches equal status, the UFC has a hard time. They really do. They have a hard time. I think they should just, give Ilia what he wants, bro. He's earned it. But then they're like, well, so is Makhachev, and we're not doing this stuff for Makhachev. I don't know. Makhachev hasn't won that second belt yet. And, Ali be in Dana White's fucking pocket. Now, I know I was going to do the Dave Feldman one, and I guess let's watch it. So here's Conor basically lying to Ariel about the Frankie Edgar situation too. Just being like, nah, it was medicals, Let's see. Frankie Edgar's removal. I spoke with Conor at BKFC 82 about Frankie's removal from the card. He said, for me personally, Frankie would have been well able for this. It was the BKFC doctors that done it overall, partnered with the commission. Safety is paramount. Some people close to the fighter can have ulterior motives, and that can be sad sometimes. There's something here for Frankie. For sure.
This is real fighting. For me personally, Frankie would have been well able for this. It was the BKFC doctors that done it overall and partnered with the commission. Safety is paramount. At this juncture, we want to be correct, You've got to be... Safety is paramount.
Okay, because I'll tell you, when he said on my show about the safety, some people were hitting me up refuting what he said. So that's why I wanted to...
Frankie was refuting it.
People close to him.
Yeah, people close to him.
Saying it was a ticket thing.
Some people close to the fighter themselves can have ulterior motives.
Yeah.
And that can be sad sometimes. Frankie's a grown man. Listen, there's something here for Frankie for sure. He's an absolute legend in the sport, in fighting. And he's huge in New Jersey, and we have a big base in New Jersey. We're going to do something with Frankie. I'd love it. I'd love to get him a chance to compete. He could probably compete against this guy.
Yeah.
Mason might be a better match. This is real fighting.
So, yeah, Conor, I don't know if he knows or doesn't know, but he should know, right? He should know that Frankie was pulled because of money. But, Dave Feldman lied to Ariel's face on the TV. Oh, here's Dave right here.
Me personally, Frankie would have been well able for this. At this juncture, we want to be correct. Safe.
Some people were hitting me up.
Dave was sitting right there.
People close at sometimes. This is real.
There's Dave. That's crazy. This is real fighting. Does a line. Too good, Tyler. I guess he's sober now though, Tyler. So, sober McGregor. Anyway, Conor should have known, but I would imagine maybe Feldman lied to Conor too. The BKFC doctors. So again, Feldman did pay him. They're BKFC doctors. Of course, they would say whatever he wants them to say. But the truth is, I guess it was because of ticket sales. Crazy though. I was gonna do a full on. We've already kind of been over it. Yeah, I think we've already been over it. Is he really sober? Bro, I don't know, man. I don't know. Because if we see him in a club in a couple weeks, what do we think then? Anything else you boys want to fucking see? Who the fuck's this guy? Anything else going on in combat sports that I'm missing? That press conference was boring as hell, wasn't it? You guys like that press conference or what? There's nothing from it. Weigh-ins in a few hours. LOL. You know he's gonna be in a club fucking dancing with a midget next month, Tyler. You fucking know he is. I got anything on here? Tyler, you got any locks for this weekend? Nah, there's nothing really right now. I'm literally just here to chop it up with the boys now. Joseph Parker? Okay. Who's he fighting? Let me see. You guys pay attention to the NBA at all? There's that whole thing going on with like this lawsuit and like LeBron James is involved. One of the coaches. Aspinall finish and Umar decision. And Dodgers. Oh, damn, Tyler, you be all over the place. Boxing, UFC, and baseball. Conor on his comeback tour. Scott. Prayers up for Conor. Fabia Wardley, undefeated. Interesting. 30 years old. I know nothing about Wardley. You think that's a good bet, Tyler? Like, you actually did your research? Are you just as confident in Joseph Parker as you are with Aspinall? My girl just told me about that Trailblazers coach arrested. Yeah, bro. LeBron James and shit like that. And then you got, I think his name is Gilbert Arenas. I watched a documentary on him on Netflix because apparently, like, he had this beef with one of his teammates in the locker room, and he pushed it so far because he's like a prankster and shit. But he pushed the prank so far to the point where the guy he pranked brought a gun or something like that. Or I think Gilbert brought a gun. Something happened. Somebody brought a gun, and then, like, yeah, the guys got kicked out of the NBA and all that stuff. Or at least the guy that Gilbert was clowning on got kicked out of the NBA. But that guy, Gilbert Arenas, is like trouble. And then apparently Gilbert got arrested for some type of poker thing. Hosting these high-profile poker games and shit like that. And then Gilbert came out. He obviously got out, Gilbert Arenas. And he's like, I'm snitching on everybody. I ain't going and doing time. And then Now that this whole case broke today, Gilbert posted a picture of himself. Should I pull it up? You guys are probably like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? Here's what I'm talking about, bro. Gilbert Arenas. Informant lunch. He posted this, trolling today. He got arrested for these high-profile poker games, hosting them or something like that a few months ago. He posted bail. As soon as he posted bail, he posted videos trolling, saying, fuck all this, I'm snitching. 3 months fucking later, okay? Trailblazers coach. No Kevin Holland, okay? A few months later, Trailblazers coach. Oh, why can't I find it? See, FBI arrested Miami Heat Terry Rozier and Portland Trailblazers coach Chauncey Billups in the illegal gambling probe. Ratbert. You know Gilbert then, Tyler. Parker, my least confident, but still pretty confident. Okay, let's go Dodgers. I'm basically from LA, so... Well, I'm not from LA. I'm from Orange County, but it's only an hour away. If I have to go to the airport, I'm going to LA.
Here's what's cracking.
No, we got something to discuss. Look, I'm good.
We are officially off MMA topics for the night.
For all the
It's official.
That's cool, but Rachel Nichols is foul.
What did Rachel Nichols do good?
She used my video, and she actually wrote that I possibly snitched.
Oh, no, Rachel.
Listen, I'm going to troll with the best of them. But to ask that question,
no, she didn't do that.
Because then it makes me really want to, like, first of all, two of them niggas is gambling on NBA. One is throwing poker games and robbing his friends. Ain't got shit to do with me. I'm going to tell on this nigga. Wow! I'm going to tell on him. Like, you know what I mean? My case is all a whole bunch of Igors and Igors. Right? And I don't like this, what's going on. I see the word mafia.
Yeah.
But the only faces I see is Negroes.
Yeah. Not Crenshaw Mafia.
NBA. You know what I mean? It's NBA. Like, wait a minute. Hold on, man. Like, what's going on here? What y'all going, what the NBA do to y'all?
Rather polite.
I don't know enough about this, and I don't really want to know enough about this either. But that's today's headline with this bullshit. They're not in connection. Gambling probe, poker games, no connection. Fair enough. He's just trolling. I get it. I get it now. Anything else you guys want to see? There's some, like, I don't know, it's DC's fucking interview with Tom Aspinall. We don't need to watch that, though. Dana White's interview. Shout out Sam Solik. Yeah, we're good, boys. But I'll be back on here tomorrow. Hopefully there's some good headlines. We had a good headline for tonight. Conor McGregor, saved by God. Shout out God. And, yeah, boys. Low key, Tyler. I would fade Umar, though. I would fade Umar if I was you. Did you say you're betting Umar? I feel like somebody told me they're betting Umar. Yeah, you did. Umar decision. I would fade that, bro. I don't know. I could see an upset happening. Oh, damn. We're already in the World Series, huh? Dodgers to win World Series, but they should win Game 1 Saturday. Too close 1 Saturday, 2 at close odds. Got you, Tyler. Got you. Tyler, by the way, we got a new host on the Wednesday show yesterday. So if you want to meet him, go tap in. The boys in the chat like him. So let me know your feedback too. Comment on the video or something if you like him or not. And like I always say, no obligation. If you don't like it, then just fucking turn it off. But go take a look. We got a new host, all right? Or else I wouldn't even be telling you to go watch the podcast. But I'm saying, we could have a new host on the channel. Let me know what you think of him. Scott talking about he wants to be a host on the channel. I like it, Scott. I like it. Pretty sure that was you, right, Scott? Yeah. So, Scott, you know, we're cooking. We're working on some things. Definitely could be something in the future. For sure. He seems chill, but is the old host gone? No, the old host isn't gone. He'll probably... Like, he'll be on Wednesday. Do you like him too? You like MTK as well? You fuck with him? He's been consistent. MTK and I have been doing the podcast for like a year now. But I just, you know, Saturday he's chill. And I thought he was a good fit. I thought he was a good fit for sure. If anything, we got 2 hosts now. 2 co-hosts. So we'll see. We'll see what we can do. That's what I was thinking. Maybe we can do a podcast on the Wednesday show with 3 people instead of 2. We could just add Saturday. That's kind of why I'm asking you guys if you fuck with him. Because I'm thinking about just doing 3 guys now. Me, MTK, and Saturday. Chopping it up every Wednesday. Tom seems bland this week. Feel like Tom could do more to promote himself. What up, Jew? Oh, no, wait. Jew's already been here. My bad. I don't know what it is, Jew. I don't know what it is. Both cool. It's just good to have an unk occasionally. I got you, Tyler. Do I have an unk? Is MTK the unk? Or do I need an unk? We can get an unk. Keep the suggestions coming, bro. We can get an unk. Just let me know. I fuck with that concept. Let's go, Jew. Let's go. Maybe we'll try it out. Us 3. See how that works. But as far as Tom doing more to promote himself, I think Tom does a lot, dude. But I'll say this, bro. Number one, if I were to pin it on something why Tom doesn't have, you know, the star power, I don't think he got money like that. We need to see Tom driving around in Rolls Royces, right? Doing the rich stuff, like buying expensive jewelry, fucking around. Like, we got to see that. We can get a unk, LOL. We can get a unk, bro. We can get a unk. For sure we can get a unk. I'm going to keep my eyes out. But what I'm saying about Aspinall is I think he's trying to do his best. If you really want my opinion, the YouTube channel is cool. But, like, I don't think that's what fighters need to do to grow their name the way that they think it is. Like, I've said in the past, all the biggest fighters of all time don't have YouTube channels. I mean, I guess the 3 would be, like, Floyd, Jon Jones, I mean, even Khabib, Conor McGregor. You don't need a YouTube channel, bro. It's better off if they have, like, a lot of money or something like that, where they fight often. Like, look at Ryan Garcia. Look how he's grown his name, right? Big fights, but also has a lot of money, makes headlines. This is important, bro. You gotta go out past the MMA space, and that's what I really try to do a lot of times. Like, in a way, we did that. Me and Joaquin did that, and some of the other guys I interviewed too, where we cross over, you know, MMA with that 4 extra topic. You know what I mean? That was like a slight thing where it's like, it doesn't always have to just be like fights in the UFC. Like, you want to be able to branch out a little bit. And I think that's what fighters today are lacking. Like, where are you branching out outside of the MMA community? The old host qualifies. Just good to see a old head opinion with the others. Got you. Yeah, so me and Saturday 31, I'm 29, and MTK I think older than that. So MTK gonna be the fucking mature guy on the fucking podcast probably. But yeah, that's what I would say about Aspinall not being a star. Honestly, that's what I would say. Get headlines outside of fighting, you know, and sometimes you got to be posted on TMZ and all these other things. Like even Izzy, you got like the Daily Mail posting about Izzy and Charlie Kirk. That's along the lines of what I'm talking about. You have to transcend. You know, you have to transcend. And Tom needs to figure this out at some point. He got a country behind him, right? But the country isn't behind him like they are behind Patty, which is weird. Why? What Tom do wrong? What the fuck Tom do wrong, bro? Like, genuinely, what did Tom do wrong? That's what he got to do. And then, you know, videos of that shit, like, you know, Tom, this is the thing that these fighters aren't fully getting, right? And I know it's because they don't have money, but instead of having a YouTube channel, right, you'd be better off just having somebody post on their story, Tom Aspinall buying a $50,000 Rolex in cash, right? And then we're all going to post it, Tom Aspinall, 50 bands in his hands, right, buying a Rolex. And that's just a simple story. No production, no editing, nothing. And that'll make headlines. These guys just don't know fully how to make headlines. That's the problem. They don't understand it. And like even when I posted Tekashi 6ix9ine and shit like that, Tom Brady's ex-wife, like that's because I have this different viewpoint of it all. Like MMA gotta fucking, it can't just always be stuck in MMA. If you want it to be mainstream, you gotta be in the conversation with everybody. Right? We're all only in our little bubble over here in the conversation. Gervonta Davis and boxing in general has done a better job of being in the conversation with everybody, right? Like they're more like, for example, pop culture, hip hop reposts Ryan Garcia news, Gervonta Davis news, Floyd Mayweather news. They post it, hip hop, right? Hip hop doesn't repost MMA fighters. And I mean, it would be nice to get to that point where like MMA fighters were looked at on that prestige of like pro boxers. You know, like think about it. Why wouldn't you know, Hot New Hip Hop or something like that post to Tom Aspinall? He's got it all. He literally has it all. What did Tom ever do? But you gotta, you know, it starts somewhere. Like you can't always be bashing me, right, for posting Tekashi 6ix9ine speaking about Tom Brady's wife getting took by a jiu-jitsu guy. Stop. You can't keep, every time somebody tries to branch out, you can't bash it. Or when I post about streamers and stuff like that, you can't be bashing it. You know, that's part of the problem with the fans. They keep it so niche and so locked in. You know, you got to expand it. It can't just all be MMA all the time. And that's my tangent, boys. That's my tangent. Good point. That's what helped Conor transcend. Yeah, facts, though. So many MMA fans know nothing of boxing or even dislike it. Yeah, they actually hate boxing. Like, I'm so surprised to hear that MMA fans don't like boxing because, and if you guys don't like boxing, it is what it is. Like, I'll accept it. But it just still surprises me because, for me at least, I got into MMA and that instantly made me a fan of jiu-jitsu. It instantly made me a fan of boxing. Briefly kickboxing, but I'll admit, like, I don't really care too much about it. But even Muay Thai in a way, like, I'm a fan of each martial art because of MMA. And I feel like the better you can understand boxing and jiu-jitsu, right? And then you go into Muay Thai and kickboxing, like there's a lot of small things you can learn from it, right? Like just by example, if you don't pay any attention to Muay Thai and kickboxing, you might think it's the same thing, right? But if you pay attention, you'd be like, oh, a Muay Thai fighter is more experienced with knees and elbows, right? And even the trips. Right, a Muay Thai fighter, and a kickboxer isn't as well versed in that. So that's the difference there. You know, a kickboxer is more so clinching, big punches, big kicks. You know, they do knees, but they're not as effective as Muay Thai. And you wouldn't know that. right? If you don't pay attention to each martial art. Also, with boxing, I feel like I see a lot of shit-ass boxing in the UFC that a lot of UFC fans fall for because they've never seen good boxing in their life. Or you see shit-ass grappling in the UFC that a lot of fans will co-sign and be like, oh, he's so good. When it's like, Sam Solik, let's go. Let's go. What up, Soda Pop? What up? But, yeah, as far as jiu-jitsu too, people don't know what any of that good stuff is because they don't watch the good people in the isolated martial arts, if that makes sense. That shows you their casual mindset. They complain about wrestling and BJJ and UFC fights, but also complain about elite boxing. They only want quick, brutal knockouts. Low key. It's a little bit uneducated. I'm here for good knockouts too, but I just like the sport in general, bro. Like the whole Kamzat and DDP thing, low key, was it boring? Yes, it was boring, but it's also cool to see somebody control the champ DDP like that, you know? You gotta respect DDP's skill set and identify it to have appreciation for what Hamzat did to him, you know? Like, if you can't identify a good skill set, then that's when you get all the fans being like, DDP trash, DDP's fucking trash. See, he's trash. But it's like, no, DDP been shown that he's actually pretty good. So the fact that Kamzat can do that to DDP, you should watch that, and you should take notes. Am I going to wake up early for UFC or not? I am, Soda Pop. I'm going to be here after the first fight, and I promise I will be. I promise I will be. I know I always pull up late and shit like that. Damn, bro, something just like fell or something. It's my dumbass neighbor, bro. She always moving fucking shit. Yeah, it's definitely my neighbor, bro. Fuck her. Fuck that bitch, boys. You guys hearing that on the microphone? Bro, that shit's tripping me out. Gotta tune in for Jose. Yeah, I am. I'm gonna tell you right now real quick. Stick with me, Soda Pop. Dude, fuck my neighbor, bro. I fucking not happy. I got a new bitch living upstairs. Dude, she's so unsettling for me, bro. She been lived here for like a month now. This Bro, you hear that shit, right, Soda Pop? That shit's crazy, bro. That shit keeps throwing me off. This bitch been lived here for like a fucking month now, and every day it sounds like she's moving furniture in this bitch. Every fucking day. Fuck her, bro. Fuck her. Fuck her, bro. Gosh. I'm moving out of this bitch soon, boys. I gotta move out of this bitch soon. That's crazy. Juice said he heard something too. That's so funny. Alright. Yeah, you boys did hear something. That shit was loud. I'm just not gonna watch this one. I'm actually down to watch Mitraposo and Azat Moxum. And then, of course, you know, we're here for Jose Delgado all day. Saturday was against Delgado, but we with Delgado. We gonna show Saturday. Same shit. Dude, living below someone's gotta be the worst. But when you live on top, bro, taking the groceries up every day, like 3 stories is a bitch too. So it's like, you can never be happy living in these fucking apartments, bro. She on some extra bro, hey, Tyler, low-key, and I'm not even playing into it right now, right? She trips me out. I met her a couple times in person. She trips me the fuck out, bro. She trips me the fuck out. It's always like this. It's always like, if we walk by, it's like, hi. Like, super, like, weird. And I'm gonna tell you boys something. I was outside one time listening to her, and like, I don't know, she got like a daughter or something, or like split custody. I don't know. But the kid was talking to her for like 5 minutes straight, and this bitch said nothing. Nothing. For 5 minutes, this kid's just talking and talking and talking. And she said nothing. I was like, dude, what the fuck? Yeah, she's like an old white lady, bro, or like maybe like Russian or something. Yeah. This bitch trips me out, bro. Get paid back by playing UFC Saturday morning, loud as fuck. Yeah, definitely, James. That's what I'm going to do. I'm gonna like knock on the ceiling, let her know I'm awake at like 6 a.m. on Saturday. Or I'll just start playing music or something like that. 10 a.m. Eastern, so that's 7 a.m. So yeah, I'll be on at like 7:30. So I gotta be up early. Stay safe, bro. Hey, if I'm not on stream, you know what fucking happened. You can expect me here for the next fucking 2 weeks, bro. If I ain't on here, you know something happened to me. All right, boys. But yeah, 7:30 a.m. on Saturday. She probably doing witchcraft, bro. Bro. Oh, man, you guys are tripping me out. It's all good, though. Just yell it's time. I'm gonna do something. She probably got her, like, ear to the fucking carpet right now, like, listening to me just talk mad shit on her. But she's been nothing but a pain in my fucking ass, bro. She ruined this stream towards the end. So fuck her, bro. Fuck her. The Baba Yaga got him. I don't know what that is, Tyler. I don't know what that is. Alright, boys. Anything else on the evening, boys? Anything else? She might have a dog, bro. No dog, thank God. But my old neighbor, I mean, since I'm on this, my old neighbor, shit, he wasn't any fucking better, bro. He wasn't any better. This guy tried to get me up to his house. Alright, boys, story time. This guy tried to get me up to his house on some Diddy shit, I feel like. And I actually went up there for like a brief minute. And then I was like, nah, this guy's a fucking freak. I'm gonna tell you guys this. LOL, leave a note on her door. You ruined my stream, bitch. I'm gonna say, hey, keep it the fuck down, bitch. I'm gonna say, new policy. You cannot move furniture past fucking 8 p.m. It's 8:40 here, and this bitch is moving fucking chairs and shit like that. All right, let me tell you a story, and this actually relates to the interview, and then we'll get out of here. Not the interview, but the channel. One time I was leaving my house to do an in-person interview with Blake Builder, former UFC fighter. Now he's like some Instagram famous dude who chases people around running miles and shit all around Orange County. He's like local. So that's why I went and did this interview in person, because he trains locally. I go outside, you know, I'm running to his gym. And I got my tripod and my camera and shit like that. My old neighbor, he sees me as I'm running out. He sees me and stops me, and he's like, "Oh, like you like know how to do this shit? Like what are you using the camera for and the tripod and all this stuff?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm doing like an interview, like, you know what I mean? It's for like my YouTube channel or whatever. Like I gotta go though. I'm late." And then he's like, "Oh, I play guitar and shit like that. Like, can you help me set up my audio? Like, I bought all this equipment. Like, I don't know what to do. Like, can you help me out?" So I'm like, "Yeah, dude, sure. I'll help you out another time. But like, I'm busy, bro. Like, I gotta go now. Like, I can't even keep listening to you." So anyway, I dipped and I went to the gym. This guy asked me like 3 times more after that day to do that for him. I kept telling him no. He cornered me, bro. I was literally like coming up to my house, and he's like, "Hey, you got time now?" And I'm like, "Well, shit, dude. Like, I got no excuse. Like, sure. Like, if I'm walking up the stairs, let me just go to your house before I stop at home. Like, let's just go real quick." So we go up there real quick, and I help him out. Bro, I turn this guy down, okay? I'm like, yeah, I'll come back another time. Leave his house within like 5 or 10 minutes. This guy harasses me because he gets my number. This guy harasses me, texts me like every fucking day asking him to help him. I finally tell him, to the point where I'm like, "Listen, man, I don't know how to help you. I don't know how to fucking help you. Like, I don't know how. So I don't want to help you anymore. I'm not going to help you." Like, I lied. That's basically what I said. I was like, "Listen, buddy, like, I fucking lied. Like, I'm sorry, but I'm not helping you. Like, I don't want to anymore." This guy basically did what you guys are telling me to do. He goes and gets somebody to fix his sound system and blasts it for like weeks on end. Weeks on end, he fucking blasted the sound system once he got it set up. Just as like a fuck you to me for not helping him. That dude was a piece of shit. And I feel like he was on some Diddy shit. I feel like he was gay, low-key. Nothing against the gays, but if you're plotting on me, bro, that ain't fucking it. You lost a sub that day. He never subscribed anyway. I didn't even want him watching my fucking content. But actually, funny story, that dude, after this chick moved in, somehow he knew somebody moved into his old apartment, and he came and he walked by here like a couple weeks ago. Good grief. Yeah, bro, this place I'm living in, bro, this place is like, I try to explain it to people. I live in a nice area, okay? I do live in a nice area. But this place I live in is like the trap of the nice area. This guy was bumping like classic rock and shit. Heavy bass and shit like that. This guy was a fucking nightmare. But I'm telling you, boys, the reason why I have a lot of weird neighbors and shit is because I live in like the trap of like this nice area. Like the cops are always coming in and out of here and shit. I saw one of my neighbors viral on Instagram for a cop pulling up to his house. I was like scrolling on the explore page and I like see like this cop and like outside and it looks just like my garage. I was like, dude, what the fuck? There was like a guy held at gunpoint here recently. Some black dude in like a Mercedes Benz pulls into the neighborhood and the cops instantly pull up behind him, draw out their guns, arrest his ass. I'm like, what the fuck? Why all your neighbors creeps, that apartment cursed? It's the trap. It's the trap of the nice area. It's low key. It's like cheap, that's why. Yeah, it's cheap. It's like the cheapest apartments around here. Probably because it's so fucking big that they can like reduce the prices or something like that. But you know how it is. When a bunch of people live in like an apartment complex, it's always a trap. Like it's always. It's not bad though. It's not bad, but like, you know, you got a lot of funky people living in here for sure, dude. Oh my god, I got stories for days, bro. My neighbor right across here, like this guy, not this bitch, right? But this guy right here, he fucking abuses his fucking wife. I be walking up to my stairs, and they got their kitchen window open, and he's like bullying the bitch and shit like that. I'm like, dude, you're a piece of shit, bro. Bullying her and all that shit. Crazy. But what am I supposed to do? Apartments, there's always going to be some shit going on no matter how nice they are. Yeah, true. Even if they are nice, there's something going on. Alright, boys, alright. Shout out to all the boys watching. Funky People is spot on. Yeah, bro, this shit crazy. Now you guys know, so if you hear any weird shit, or if anything weird happens, I'll have to bring it to you. More updates to come. Call me messed up, but I wouldn't even involve myself in that. Yeah, I don't either, dude. I don't fucking involve myself in that either. Because, you know, like, honestly, bro, like, you could involve yourself in that, and then the bitch is gonna be like, nah, like, that's my fucking man. Like, I don't give a fuck, so I don't know. I don't want to, like, involve myself. I just don't talk to the dude. The dude low-key kind of sassy. The dude low-key kind of sassy. He, like, I'll be coming down the stairs or something, and he'll be, like, coming home, and, like, he'll always like kind of snub me, just like no eye contact, just like walk right by me. I'm like, damn, bro, you kind of sassy. Just say hi, bro. Just say fucking hi to me, or even look at me and I'll say hi to you. But then it all made sense. I started hearing how he talks to his girl, and I'm like, oh yeah, this dude's a fucking asshole. But yeah, I ain't involving myself in that shit. Not at all. Alright, boys. Stream tomorrow, Friday, and then we got a little like Jon Jones, huh? He got a little Jon Jones in him. Hey, he got a little bit of Jon Jones in him, probably both ways. I could imagine him being a little ditty. A little ditty, too. She gotta help herself, bro, LOL. Yeah, straight up, though. They literally moved in here, like, those ones, too, they moved in, like, 2 months ago. Before this lady, they moved in. I've been here forever, bro. I've been here for like 5 fucking years. Everybody around me in this fucking building has moved out. Everybody. I've had like 2 neighbors since in each fucking apartment. One time I had an Asian dude over here from like China or something, and he brought me tea. He was a nice guy. He brought me tea when he moved in. Little tea packets. He was probably sleeping with dude above you, LMAO. Ah! Probably, bro. That's why he doesn't want to look me in the eye. He can't look me in the eye. He knows. He knows I would see it. He was sleeping with dude above you, and that's why the guy came back after he moved out. Bro, I'm telling you. There's some creepy ass shit. Some creepy ass shit about these guys here. But it is what it is. They can't do nothing to me. Same exact for me, LOL. Tyler, you've been in your apartment forever too, huh? The apartment life, bro. Short ceilings. I need some tall ceilings eventually, boys. We're going to get to the money. We're going to get to the money, boys. But, man, I wish it was Friday already. I wish it was Friday and we could stream the fights tomorrow morning because I'm stoked for this card. But this is what we're dealt with. We got weigh-ins in the morning, and then we got fights tomorrow morning. Or no, Saturday morning. So 48 more hours, boys. Next stream, we need more apartment stories. All right, I'll give you some more apartment stories. Next stream. I'm going to go, they call it clip farming. I'm going to go story farm and, like, chop it up with that lady. Be like, hey, what up? How are you? I'll be like, how are you? What's your name? Get a little info. Bring it back to the boys on stream. We'll see what I can do, boys. We'll see what I can do. You 22, I just like guessing ages. No, I'm 29. I'm 29, Tim. I'm 29. I turned 29 in July. I think weigh-ins in a couple hours because time zones. Yeah, definitely. Sounds like you got a lot to do, starting with stealing the abuser's girl and solving the mystery upstairs. Tyler, that would be diabolical, bro. That would be diabolical. Too bad she's not good looking, though. She's not good looking, so I'll have to pass. Or just film everybody live. I gotta maybe do like a live stream, like where nobody knows I'm live streaming, but I'll bring like a camera outside and you guys can see my neighbors or something. Dude, same. Damn, you look young. Well, I appreciate it, Tim. I appreciate it. I'll take that as a compliment. 29 years young. This the last year of my life that I'm going to enjoy. Once I'm 30, it's all over with, boys. Once I'm fucking 30, that shit's crazy, isn't it? Shit, I don't know how I'm going to handle. But I was actually thinking, I'm like, damn, looking at Joaquin's physique, I'm like, all right, he's 31. He's still looking good. Maybe it's not over for me once I'm 30. And I was going to say, as far as the thing that Tyler said was stealing the abuser's girl, bro, I just realized this too. I'm piecing it together. That's why whenever I walk by that chick, because I hear her getting abused and shit, so I don't want to be mean to her. So, like, if I walk by her, I try to, like, put myself out there, like, make eye contact or something. But she's always very, very, like, iffy, like, communicating with me at all. Like, at all. But think about it. I'm like, you know, that guy's probably like, yeah, don't be talking to that dude. Makes sense. Tyler, I think I'm going to solve that mystery upstairs first, though. We're going to solve the mystery upstairs. There will be a progression. Juice says, I feel that. Yeah, bro. Mac Miller Deluxe album dropping in 8 minutes. Oh, shit. All right, if it's dropping in 8 minutes, we can listen to the first song on here, Soda Pop. I'll just edit it out afterwards. I'm 29 and freaking out, LOL. Yeah, Tim, when my homie turned 29 in February, and I had to hit him with, that's crazy, bro. That's just crazy. You're 29. That's just crazy, dude. I'm like the youngest out of all my friends, though. And, like, in my grade and shit like that, I was the youngest. So I've always been kind of, like, the youngest amongst people. I'm, like, the youngest in my family and shit. I got, like, 7 siblings, if you guys didn't know that. 7 siblings. I'm, like, the youngest. Well, I am the youngest. Yeah, we're going to play Mac Miller. 8 minutes. I'm here for it, boys. 8 minutes. And then I'm trying to figure out, like, what kind of food I should eat after this. What do you guys think? Hey, Soda Pop, though, what did you think of that Joaquin physique? Like, he might catch a body. He might catch a body when he fucking goes in that octagon next. That's what I was saying, if you missed it earlier. It's the Good AM 10-year deluxe, so I think it's a few unreleased songs. Let's go. Let's go. Nothing like a Thursday night drop. Am I right, boys? Thursday night drop. And for me, it hits at 9 p.m. For me, it hits at 9 p.m., so it's fire. Like, the night is still young. You could still rock out to that shit. Let me see. And I keep wanting to do this. You guys got to remind me, because time's running out, but I want to call Phil Rowe live on podcast. I need to give Phil Rowe a call live on podcast. If you guys remind me tomorrow, we can do it. He may or may not answer. But I just want to get Phil Rowe on. I love the guy's personality, if I'm being honest. And he got a good fight coming up. The Korean Hulk. I want to do an official interview with Randy Brown. Like official, not on here. I'll do an official interview with Randy Brown. I got to hit him up quick though. But I'm streaming every day, so it's tough, bro. I'm like fucked on time. But I also want to do an interview with SD. Maybe we can call SD live on stream and Phil live on stream same day. Same day, and I'll try to get that Randy Brown interview. It's the bro, can he even make 170? Built as fuck. I know, bro. That shit's crazy. That shit's crazy, Soda Pop. I was actually doing the math in my head, and like, cause I was like, dude, how the fuck is Joaquin bigger than me, bro? Like, how the fuck? Like, honestly, how is he bigger than me? Like, I would accept it if he was more cut, but the guy is like fucking bigger than me. He's like, he's fucking bigger than me, bro. Like, it's crazy. But I'm realizing I can't tell you guys the weight he was at before because that's confidential. But I know what weight he cut down from, and boy, oh boy. Yeah, I ain't never been as heavy as this man. I ain't never been as heavy as this man. Let me just put it like that. So he cut down from a big weight. Whatever happened to SD versus 4Extra? Well, 4Extra blew off his fucking hand, you. 4Extra blew off his fucking hand. Then he got some clout for a few months off the pity, I guess you could say. Ditched no jumper and lost all his clout. Now 4Extra got no clout. But I will have you guys know, all right? You guys know what the biggest, most viral clip on the channel is? It's 4Extra. It's 4Extra, 64K, 8 months ago. 8 months ago. Drew forgot about that. Yeah, that hand ain't coming back, unfortunately. I'm joking, but I'm just going to say it anyway because it's too good of a joke. He went from 4Extra to 4 less. He went from 4Extra to 4 less. But yeah, boys, this is the clip right here. 64K 8 months ago. Let's get money. Let's get money, boys. 11K for the Usman pre-fight interview. Man, I can't wait for the next Joaquin Buckley interview. It's going to be magnificent. Buck 4Extra and Dumas doing numbers. Yeah, 100%. Look, Dumas talking about 4Extra. 3.4K. Hey, Soda Pop, you're going to love this. Wait. Look, Dylan Buck could be doing numbers too. I told you Dylan Buck does numbers. 2.2K, 2.3K. But yeah, look at all the Buck, SD Dumas. Look, SD Dumas and like Buck. They be doing numbers on my channel. Look, 4Extra, Phil Rowe. It'll all be doing numbers. More interviews coming soon, boys. More interviews coming soon. We're just taking a minute. This is what we're doing, all right? I'm going to tell you guys what we're doing. It's the end of the stream, so I'm going to tell you guys what we're doing. Right now, we're taking a minute to boost up the numbers on the channel. Right? Boost up the audience a little bit. And then, you know, we can bring the fighters into our community. That's what I want. That's what I want. That's what we were lacking before, and that's what we're doing right now. We're building the community so the fighters can come in. You know what I mean? And it's like spreading the fans, I guess you could say. It's like how MMA Guru does it. MMA Guru got a bunch of fans, right? And then they'll go ahead and be like flooding the fighters' comments, telling him to go on Guru's channel. That's what I want. I want you guys to go flood fighters' comments, the fighters you like, and be like, yo, do a Perry Punch interview. Do a Perry Punch interview. That's way better. That's way better. Because look at this. Look at Homo fighting shit, right? I'm gonna tell you guys why. I'm gonna give you guys the sauce right now, okay? Homo fight, they got a good interview. Shout out this guy Jake, alright? No hate on Jake. I'm giving Jake free game, actually. Okay, well, this one did decent. But look, actually, no, it didn't. 619 likes, right? For an exclusive interview. If MMA Guru got this interview, it would have done way more for the same guy. It's because this guy doesn't really have a name. You know what I mean? He doesn't really have anything. So that's what we're bringing to the table. I'm going to bring something to the table in these interviews. And that's why I'm taking a break real quick. And I think it's going to work. We'll see. We'll see. You should collab with Giuliano Argentini. I don't know who that is, bro. Who's that? If Budka fought Ngannou, I'd pick Budka. Okay, you know what? Soda Pop, can we go on Budka's thing real quick? Stay with me. Stay with me. Dylan is... Now, I love Dylan. Dylan, I love you, bro. I love you. I love you. All right? Genuinely. I'm trying to pull this up real quick. Dylan's Instagram. This guy's speaking as if he's already getting signed back to the UFC. And I don't know, bro. Do you really got to do that? Album out. All right. Fuck it. We're going to Mac Miller. Mod me and I'll link his channel. Him versus Nick Newell. Oh shit, James, that's brutal. Who you got, Umar or Mario? Tim, I might be going... If you're talking about betting moneyline, you should bet Mario moneyline. Dylan Budka is the main character, and you can't take that away from him. Let me see, though. I'm like multitasking now. Leandro, just... Okay, Tyler's looking at... Tyler's a little bit suspicious of you, Leandro. What's going on, Leandro? What are you doing that you're not telling me right now? The fuck are you trying to get by on me? Alright, here's Dylan. The main... This is just, you know, his little food thing. All good. See, this is what I'm talking about with Dylan, though. Oh, here we go. This is what I'm talking about with Dylan, where he's like, I refuse to let this be the end of my story. Thank you, God, for a second chance to finish what I started. Is he saying that the UFC's promising him, like, another chance? Because that's what he's been posting. Jesus Christ, Dylan. Nobody in the community respects Thai bets. Leandro is the former upstairs neighbor. Bro, Leandro, what the fuck? You gotta be, huh? That's so funny how you guys are latched onto the former upstairs neighbor. He was the worst. That's so funny that you guys are catching on to that. Because he was the fucking worst of the worst, bro. I hated that guy. I literally stopped talking to him. Like, we would walk by each other and I just would look forward. Dude, Virna, looking crazy. Look at Dylan Budka. Imagine if Dylan Budka popped into my stream right now. Somebody send him the stream link. Somebody send Dylan Budka the stream link right now. He's going to be shook. He's going to be like, dude, what the fuck? Leandro, the former upstairs neighbor, is too good, you. Oh, here it is. Dylan Budka confirms he will be returning to the UFC next year at welterweight and will have one more MMA fight before 2025 is over against a PFL veteran after his upcoming boxing debut on November 8th. Dylan made this post himself. That's what's too good, though. Is like Dylan made this post for himself. It's too fucking good, dude. Oh, love you, Dylan. I fucking love you, bro. I fucking love you. 2 more fights. before the year is over. 2 more finishes. Thank you, God, for the second chance. I will not take it for granted or let it slip out of my hands this time around. So one thing about this man is he is not afraid to speak, his future, right? Like he's not afraid. He's claiming 2 finishes. He's claiming 2 fights. He's claiming he's going to be back in the UFC, right? So it's a lot. It's a lot to handle. But hey, check this out, right? Look. You think I'm playing, right? I like that shit. You think I'm playing, though. But I like that shit. Okay? I ain't playing. I fuck with Dylan. But I'm just having fun. We're just joking here. Hopefully if Dylan saw this too, he would have a laugh. We're ready for you to come back to the UFC, Dylan. I'm going to say that. We're ready for you, brother. And I believe you can do it. But your style is just different from mine. I'm more of a guy who keeps my mouth shut a little bit more and just kind of, lets the results speak for itself. But Dylan, confident as hell, bro. Confident as hell. Okay, wait. Let's pull up the album now. We'll listen to Mac and then get out of here. God AM, 10th anniversary. Any suggestions, Soda Pop, before I get started? First song? Or is there an unreleased one that you know about? We're going to go Doors. Okay. Cable box? I hate when the future ruins a great song. Dude, that song was fire. Royal Flush was good at the beginning. The first minute and a half. Fuck with it. Yeah, I fuck with it. That is the 3 songs. Shout out Soda Pop for putting us on game.
User's girl.
Damn. Bro, I'm going to listen back to the stream and laugh so much, though. Shout out to all the boys watching the stream. Subscribe. Like the video. You already know the deal. We got 9 likes on this one, so that's fire. That's the most likes. You guys enjoy the story time. Let's go, boys. I'll see you tomorrow. 6:30, 7 p.m. You know the deal. Peace out, boys. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Fights on Saturday. And we hope everybody makes weight. No mishaps with the weight, especially in the title fights. Peace out.